All right, guys, we are back with round 3 Edison Format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Zach on the left versus two-time world's competitor Jimmy Nguyen on the right, playing Norleras Vayu. This tournament was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 4. Now, both these guys, I believe, are X1, so loser here is out of the tournament. We'll see who move on with a chance to make top 4. So he sends back the referee, leaves him with heavy recharge, trade-in, Norleras, and I couldn't see the other card. I think it was Rhoda or Charge. I don't remember what deck Zach was playing, but we'll find out. All right, so he trades in the Norleras. Now, who am I going to root for in this match? Definitely Jimmy. I think Zach's playing Vayu Turbo, so I want to see Norleras do well, because it's not a deck. No one plays this deck in my locals except for Jimmy. All right, so he charges, mills, Foolish, Dark Creator, and what was the other card he milled? Foolish, Dark Creator, and adds Lila off the charge, activates the recharge, discard Lila, draw 2. Now let's mill Vayu and Necro. Ooh, what a nice mill there. 8,000, 8,000. Now, I beat Jimmy round 1, but I felt bad because game 1, I ripped the brain control. It was like my only out. And I felt really bad. I told him to, man, that was my only out. I thought I was going to lose the first game when Jimmy and I played. Okay, so he passes to Zach. Zach activates the lure. Yeah, he's on Vayu, most likely. I saw Hamster Ryko, so he gets rid of the Gale. Now, Zach doesn't have a win on the channel yet. I think the furthest he's made it is top 4. While Jimmy's got 2 wins, but only one of his wins on the channel came in Edison. He won with Diva Hero Beat. But he did win once in Hat with Geargia as well. All right, let's see. So Zach just sets a monster, probably the Hamster. He's got Return, Burial in his hand, but he just doesn't have a way to get his engine going. Oh, Jimmy with the giant True Nade. So Jimmy summons Arma. He has a Vayu in the grave already, so depending on the rest of his, he doesn't have Plague, so he can either A, send Sirocco, B, send Sirocco, or Plague. We'll see which one Jimmy decides to do. I mean, Jimmy's deck's kind of like a Vayu Turbo deck, except, you know, splash in the... Maybe Jimmy should play a Return in this deck. All right, Arma. That's not Vayu. It's either Plague or Sirocco. Yeah, that's what I thought. Either Plague or Sirocco. So he decides to send Plague. Oh, wow. Zach set. He got rewarded, too. See, I would have said Hamster first. Because I don't want to mill my Rykos. He milled 1. So if he draws the 3rd Ryko, his Hamster is dead. I wonder if it happened. If he has another Ryko in his hand. I guess we'll find out. If he set the Hamster, I mean, he might have gotten rewarded, though, because he milled Plague and Vayu. So Sirocco attack. Yeah, he didn't mill the Ryko. It's happened. I've seen people do it, though. It's happened to me in the past as well, where I'll set Hamster. I'll have, like, one Ryko will be gone, or some weird shenanigans like that happen. Oh, I'll, like, set a Hamster first turn. They'll attack my Ryko that I brought out with the first Hamster. And then I'll set the second Hamster. And then they'll hit my Ryko that I summoned the turn before. And then I'll mill my 2 targets for my other 2 Rykos. And the Hamster's dead. Alright. Deck Dev Kaya's Charge. Now he's got Plague. So let's see what Zach decides to do. So Ryko flip. Mills Chaos Sorcerer, Solemn, Heavy Storm. Poke for 2 and 19, so 21. Now Zach's got Return, Burial, Plague in the graveyard, Vayu in the graveyard. So yes, Return, Burial, and a few mystery cards. Brain Control, okay. Three powerful one-ups. Brain Control, Return, Burial, and a few other... Can't see what else is happening. Jimmy activates trade and discards Norleras. Summons Phantom of Chaos. He's got card destruction. Activates card destruction. Gets rid of all. Yeah. Trunade heavy recharge. Man, that the good news is his Sirocco got hit, but the rest of his hand is not very good. All right. Like, this might come back to bite Jimmy if he does Norleras, depending on what cards Zach drew off of the what the heck? Main deck DD Crow? Oh man. Now what do you do if you're Jimmy? You normal summon Phantom of Chaos. You try the top deck for Plague. So now he's gonna use Norleras' effect. Yep, send all cards, and then Jimmy's gonna draw cards. So, okay, Zach didn't really draw anything, but now he's got. Oh, now he's got Dark Creator. That's why he topped his Creator for Plague. So now, all Zach has is an Armory, which is gonna crash with the Creator. So should Jimmy have summoned the Creator in defense? Maybe. Maybe. Yep. Banish, copy the second Creator, banish Phantom of Chaos to bring back Arma. I mean, he can send Necro here. No, I think he milled it, right? I think he has a Necro, so maybe that's why he was willing to bring out the Creator in attack mode. Yes. Now, is it worth it, though? But if you bring it on defense mode, you don't have to waste your Necro. Now he's got Vayu. I mean, that's not a bad play. You put him on a clock, and you have Dark Arms. I don't think Zach can win. So, it doesn't matter. Jimmy's got... Now, we don't know what Zach can top deck. But if he brings out the Creator, I get it. I probably maybe would have done the same thing. Now, Zach had Greffer. Sorry, not Greffer. Armageddon Knight, which didn't really do much. So, Jimmy takes game one with a chance to still make top four. Now, he did lose round one, so that might hurt his tiebreakers, because losing round one, occasionally, there's usually one X1. Whenever we have top four, usually there's one X1 that doesn't get in. So, I don't remember who Zach lost to, though. Or what round. All right. So, Jimmy special summons Greffer, activates Greffer's effect. Discards Norleras from his hand after Zach just sets a monster pass. Send Vayu from the deck to the graveyard. Now, will he summon the Vayu here? Or, sorry, the Armwing. Oh, Dark Arm! Turn one, Dark Arm. So, here, Jimmy is going to activate Sirocco, Dark Arm's effect. Yeah, but he kind of needs all these cards in his graveyard. Like, he needs the Norleras for his Phantom of Chaos. He needs the Sirocco and the Vayu. All right. Dark Arm, pop the Raikou, 17. Yeah, you can't risk getting rid of the Vayu, but oh man, that sucks. Zach has the Gorse. So you might have to get rid of both of them. Yeah, at least have to get rid of the token. So, yeah, Jimmy's going to pop both. Activate Foolish. Foolish is Necrogarna. Okay. Now, if Zach has brain control again, that's just unfortunate for Jimmy. So let's see what Zach can do. Oh, he does have the brain control. Yeah, wind control. This is why my boy D Nasty calls it wind control. He's about to win. He has one dark in the graveyard, so he can. Yeah, he can wipe his board, and then leave Jimmy with one card. Jim does not look good for Jimmy. I think we're gonna go to game 3. Yep, wind control. All right, so Wind control the Dark Armed. Oh, he special summoned Greffer. Okay, yep. So he's got plenty of darks. So he sends Vayu. He can do a ton of damage. What did he discard for the Greffer? Yep, Dark Arm, Pop. Oh, he discarded Greffer. Now he can summon Armed Wing. Now, the only thing you're afraid of is if Jimmy has Gores, but you're about to do like 17, 4,068, leaving Jimmy at 12. And then main phase 2, the Dark Arm Pop itself. Yep. Not looking good for Jimmy. I think they're going to game 3. All right, let's see. What's Zach's last card? Ooh, Jimmy trades in the Creator, draws 2. I think he drew Norleras and Gores, so he drew Gores way too late. Yep, Jimmy picks up his card. So Zach forces the 3rd game. Here at this Epic Cards and Games local. Yeah, I was trying to feature the interesting deck. So whenever Jimmy does occasionally show up for Edison, I like to feature his Norleras deck. Because you never know. You could run into this deck. Heck, I ran into this deck at YCS Orlando, and it gave me my first loss in the Swiss rounds. Unfortunately. This is just a deck that no one plays in real life. No one runs it anymore on DB ladders. So it's like, it's not a deck that I have much experience against. Okay, here comes Recharge. Here recharges Aaron. So pretty good opening for Jimmy. Most Phantom of Chaos. Lila. Now, I believe Jimmy's on 45 cards, which I told him I would find a way to get it down to 40. That's just me. I make sacrifices when I'm building decks that most people aren't willing to make. Like, that's why I always run Upstart. Because some people, they just can't get themselves to cut a card. Whereas I don't care. If I have to, I'll cut Trap Dust Shoot. I'll cut Brain Control. I'll cut Achias. I'll cut MST. If you see my deck from RPTLA, it's just... Heck, getting my deck to 40 is easy. Getting it to 37 is hard. But 40? No. I'd find a way in that Norleras deck. Because I think this deck is pretty good. This Norleras deck, I just... maybe at the sidecar, it's weak to the sidecards. It can brick, but... It's not a deck I want to face. Like, oh, Oscar, you got paired against Norleras. It's not like I'm going to be, cheering when I hear I'm going to get paired against that deck. It's a deck where I'm thinking, oh man, if he Norleras is me first turn and I don't have depending on what deck I'm playing, I'm in trouble. Okay. So Zach sets a back row, sets a monster. Jimmy with 1 back row. He discards Creator to special summon Greffer. Zach again with the Brain Control in his hand. Discards Arma. Does he have Dark Armed again? That's interesting. Discarding Arma for Greffer, so... Jimmy's counting his darks, I think. So let's see. What's he going to send? Plague Spreader? I don't think he has a... Okay, so he's going to send Vayu. Did he have did he mill a Sirocco that I missed? Yeah, that's what Zach's checking, too. Oh, he had normal summon. That's right. He special summoned the Greffer. He probably special summons Greffer way more in this deck because he's ditching Dark Creators and stuff versus in Vayu Turbo. The only time you do the special Greffer play is if you have to. It doesn't happen that often. Okay, so he's gonna copy Norleras' effect. Activate Foolish. Okay, that's why he's going to do it. He's gonna Foolish Sirocco. Or Elfin. Jimmy's on the Elfin train. And activate. Pay 1,000. Oh, but Zach has the Necro. It was bottomless. Yeah, he has Necro, Dark Arm. So... one Sirocco gone for Zach. So what can he draw? He can draw a Sirocco or Arma would... No, Arma doesn't run over the Armor Master. So Unless if you play, no, he doesn't have a Vayu in the graveyard anyway, so. Oh, and should he have sent Plague? Oh no, he should have sent Plague here. Yep. He should have sent Plague, and then he can protect his Armageddonite and then make Goyo the next turn. That was a mistake on Zach's part, yeah, because if Jimmy doesn't draw a monster, you can protect your Necro next turn, top for Plague, and run over the Armor Master. This might be bad for Zach. So Zach's at 44. But maybe Jimmy had an out to the Goyo anyway. Maybe that's a Raikou set. So we're at 44 to 7,000. Jimmy summons his Necro, flips his Plague, synchros for 5. Catastor. So this is not game because of the Necro Gardener. Right, but now Zach can run over the Catastor with Armwing. Now I'm guessing Zach doesn't. Or sorry, Jimmy doesn't play Android. I tell people sometimes I miss Android. I said it in my deck profile in Vayu Turbo. If I didn't run Cyber Dragon, I probably would play Android. All right, so for 22 to 7,000. But I will admit that Android doesn't come up often. Sometimes it does because you have like a Necro and a Plague and you synchro. You don't want to synchro for Catastor. Sometimes you'd rather synchro for Android. That's why I'm saying it does come up more than like the third Armwing, in my opinion. They both rarely come up, but if I had to choose one, I would take the Android over the third Armwing. All right, Lila, pop Raikou. Yeah, I don't like Soul Release. So Mills Creator, Gore's Vayu. And Zach can see. So Jimmy is moving on still with a chance to win top 4. Now, he is going to be back for the bubble round, the final round of Swiss. He's going to go up against, I believe he's going up against Ryanide. Where's the round 4? Yep. Jimmy is going up against Ryanide's, Lightsworn deck to see who will get, not the last spot, who will make top 4. Now, I beat both of them in the Swiss rounds, and I went undefeated, so I'm going to carry the winner of them two into top 4. So, yeah, we'll see who will get in to join myself. Who else made top 4 that day? It was me, Nate. I can't remember what Nate was playing, though. It was me, Nate, Sal playing Forg, and the winner of Jimmy and Ryanide. So, yeah, stay tuned for that match. And also check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.